we see? When we hear these letters, an image of a globally renowned news network flashes in our mind. But this too has a dark side. Let's see why. The British Broadcasting Corporation has added another feather to its cap by releasing a documentary titled India, the Modi Question. Every time it covers a host of issues related to India, its anti-India and anti-Hindu slant is exposed. The two-part documentary series it aired is based on the 2002 riots in Gujarat, during which PM Narendra Modi was the Chief Minister of the state. The series description says, a look at the tensions between Indian PM Narendra Modi and India's Muslim minority, investigating claims about his role in 2002 riots that left 1,000 dead. This sparked sharp reactions and condemnations from the Indian government and Indian origin UK citizens as well. This is the statement issued by External Affairs Minister spokesperson Arindam Bagchi.
Let me just make it very clear. We think this is a propaganda piece designed to push a particular discredited narrative. The bias, a lack of objectivity, and frankly a continuing colonial mindset is blatantly visible. If anything, this film or documentary is a reflection on the agency and individuals that are peddling this narrative again. It makes us wonder whether about the purpose of this exercise and the agenda behind it. And frankly, we do not wish to dignify such efforts. The separate question you had about the comments by former Foreign Secretary in that, and something about reports that he is referring. Look, he seems to be referring to some internal UK report. How do I have access to that? And it's a 20-year-old report. Why would I just jump on it now? And just because Jack Straw says it, how does it lend it that much legitimacy? I heard words like inquiry and investigation. There's a reason we use the word colonial mindset. We don't use words loosely. What inquiry? There were diplomats here. Investigation. Are they ruling the country? I'm sorry, I do not agree with that characterization, and obviously there is an agenda behind it.
Prime Minister of the United Kingdom Rishi Sunak too responded boldly and shut down a Pakistan origin MP's question in the British Parliament on the series. Now, what is the report the MP was referring to, based on which the documentary was made?
Mr. Speaker, last night the BBC revealed the Foreign Office knew the extent of Narendra Modi's involvement in the Gujarat massacre that paved the way for the persecution of Muslims and other minorities we see in India today, with senior diplomats reporting that the massacre could not have taken place without a climate of impunity created by Modi, and that he was, in the FCO's own words, directly responsible for this violence. Given that hundreds were brutally killed and that families across India and the world, including here in the UK, are still without justice, does the Prime Minister agree with his diplomats in the Foreign Office that Modi was directly responsible? And just what more does the Foreign Office know of his involvement in this grave act of ethnic cleansing?
Well, Mr. Speaker, the UK government's position on this has been clear and long-standing and hasn't changed. Of course, we don't tolerate persecution where it appears anywhere, but I'm not sure I agree at all with the characterisation that the honourable gentleman has put forward.
That completes.
According to the opinion portal The Wire, it is a secret report, a result of an inquiry set up by the UK government. UK's former Foreign Secretary Jack Straw, speaking on camera in the documentary, admitted to having established an inquiry aftermath of the riots and sending a team to Gujarat to produce a thorough report. The report given to the UK government by the inquiry team mentions that the violence was much more than reported and it was politically motivated. It further stated that the riots aimed to purge Muslims from Hindu areas that undoubtedly came from Modi, the documentary alleged. Now, these are some serious allegations. Given that the Supreme Court of India has given clean chit to Narendra Modi in this case, It is questionable as to why BBC chose to air this documentary when the allegations have been put to rest and failed activism of the likes of Teesta Setalwad were exposed. The secret diplomatic inquiry by the British Foreign Office cast doubt on the diplomatic relations and the extent of involvement in India's internal matters. Even though BBC's political bias is well known, this documentary is now seen as crossing the line. This is a blatant attempt of undermining India's democratic stability and integrity of the institutions. It can further drive a wedge between the UK and India relations.
Please subscribe to Nationalist Hub English channel for more interesting videos, and don't forget to like and share this video. Nationalist Hub, it's a news revolution.